Today's conversation is about racism. Okay, so represent your race in the comment section. Where you from, represent your clique. Beautiful conversation with my girl Miss Francis out there in Dallas today. Shout out to you. I don't know how we got to talking about this, but we just started talking about race, and I made a comparison to nature in this space, and I want to give the same comparison unto you. If you look at two different hills of ants, right, they occupy the same space. You don't ever see them go into war on each other until one of them is encompassing the resources that were shared between the two. Am I correct? But prior to one getting more power than the other, they live co-habitually and the ecosystem thrives. And it even thrives if the ants choose to go to war, because their purpose is still served no matter if you're at war or at peace with the resources that you are given. We are not animals. Okay, we are sentient beings made of stardust and spiritual energy with a soul, a physical body, and a spiritual body as well. This narrative of the comparison of differences based upon appearance is very primal to the ascension that is happening on the planet as of right now. Right now, we have certain individuals who are believing, because people who look like them are not as predominant as they once were, that we are at war, and that is not true. When an invasive species occupies a separate space, it causes conflict within that space. Well, there is one race of individuals, and I'm not talking about people who are living right now. These are your ancestors, okay? Yes, you do bear the spiritual burden of what your ancestors did, but we can't hold you at that same standard, because let you would have been born back then, ain't no telling if you would have been a racist slave owner or not. Ain't no telling if you're going to be a colonialist or not, but we have to look at the history and how we got here, and we can't whitewash the history away. Let's be clear. But when a species feels threatened, they wage war. This is a primal instinct, and one we have to evolve past, and we will. We're doing the work right now. There is hundreds of cultures, hundreds of religions, hundreds of races out here, and yet this country, we only look at black and white in terms of advertising to your audience that you had more of an attendance than a civil rights activist. You're bringing back a very primal instinct of us versus them, and you're doing it to get votes. It's not right. It's not right. Where is that leading me to? I was watching X-Men 89, 69. And Storm went back in time, and she said, racial prejudice? How unevolved of this species. And she went back into time to our time today. When it comes to spirit, it has no gender, no race, no ethnicity, no culture. When it comes to spirit, it's an omnipotent presence that links all of us through an invisible cord called humanity. We are evolving there as of right now, and as highly spiritually ranking as I feel like myself is, I still recognize the differences. So the vibration of the planet is not there yet, but it's taking people like us, people who can have a session with Eddie, who knows down here, who's as white as Wonder Bread, but talks as black as a motherfucking goddamn gay Rasputia Lattimore, no shade, to come sit with me, and we have camaraderie and share magical energy together. It takes people like my girl Bong Chi out there in motherfucking goddamn Japan that comes to me every 2 months asking about her goddamn baby daddy, because she got the same problems as a black nigga living in the hood down here in America. Hey, okay, it takes that to go down. So be that. What I do is I recognize the differences and I exaggerate them for comedic purposes here on my show. That unifies everyone is a smile. That's a universal language. Laughter is a universal language. So if you can laugh at the fact that black people overseason their food and white people don't put no seasoning in there, and we can bring that together and break bread at the picnic together, we're one step closer in evolving as a species. Why do you think the aliens don't fuck with us right now? We still plebeian to them. These aliens coming up in here in this dimension, dropping shit off, letting shit off, giving us clues and breadcrumbs to who they really is because they're scared to introduce themselves to us. Oh, they don't look like us. They're going to kill us. What have we created? And what that motherfucker saying? Come get me. Okay. I say that to say this. We're not going to be racist forever. Okay, we can't because we're interbreeding like a motherfucker to the point where there will just be one race, invisibly one race. And I feel like the emojis that we use as yellow individuals, when you blend all of our ethnicities together, you get yeller. Hold together. That's what you're doing. But then we're going to have to overcome another something that will separate us. And all of this is just getting back to the whole and completion of God that we will experience fully when we experience death. And we ain't in a rush to get there. So let's just make the planet a more acceptable place for everybody while we are there. Now, racist tactics or sexist tactics for votes, barbaric, if you ask me. Barbaric.
We're smoking crack on live.
Because now it's the
And that was my alarm so I can know that I gotta fuck a white hoe tonight. See, I'm doing my job. I'm hoeing all across ethnicities left and fucking right.
It do be tasting better after it come out.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Okay? Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Heaven only knows.